I was primarily interested in finding a landscaper who was creative and would introduce some different ideas to our particular lot here.
We looked at other people's landscaping, we thought that was a way to do it, but quite frankly, we weren't just satisfied with the run-of-the-mill, average everyday landscaping.
Some of the landscapes we looked at we felt were very commercial looking. Everything kind of looked the same. Everybody's house looked the same, and we were pleased to find that when we went to look at some of the landscapes that Tom had done, that they were much more unusual, and the plant materials used were much nicer, the way they were used together in groupings and things like that, and we really liked that.
Tom introduced, well, some of this type of thing that I'm sitting on here, using sort of a rustic railroad tie and taking the steps down onto a landing and then having a meandering trail through the lower part of my landscaping.
Our property borders, along with two other properties, a lake. So Tom brought some boulders in for us. He placed them so that they looked really natural. They looked like they were always here. And he also did that throughout our property. We were really happy with the way that it's turned out. People always want to come out here. It's really inviting, you know. This is where everybody wants to fish.
Yeah, the boulders are great. I think they add a lot to the landscape. I think if we didn't have them, it would be not as interesting, definitely. Especially the ones that are poured, the concrete's poured up to them. I think it makes it a lot more interesting.
It's the Four Seasons look when you drive in that makes you go, wow. And of course now we're the envy of the entire neighborhood. This is an amorphous process of creativity that Tom brings to your project. It's not a matter of sitting down and creating a sketch and showing exactly what it's going to look like when it's done, because that's not really the way it works.
When we first met Tom, we had a slightly different idea than what eventually we ended up with. And it ended up for the better because he came back with experience. He knew exactly what it was going to look like, and he convinced us to go with him, go with his experience, that it's going to look just fine. And we trusted him, and we're glad we did, because there are a couple of things that we thought we knew what we wanted, and he made sure that we got what we wanted, but it was his way, and we're glad that we went that way.